This video is created for internal consumption only. No commercial interest or promotion is included here. All the features shown in the tutorial is owned by InShot's application. Tweak the features as per your own need and suitability to get optimum articulation and visual representation.
Do you want to create short videos? What do you think? Is it complicated? Is it tough? Or is it time consuming?
Well, it's as simple as playing with your phone. Let's discuss about some tips for preparing yourself before making a video. Choose your topic first. Then identify the target audience. Now create and analyze the purpose. And finally get ready with your facts, content and script.
Well done. You have made 80% of your work. Let's discuss about some tips for recording your video. First, dress up yourself according to the theme of the video. Then light your room properly. Always avoid light from backside. Now mount your phone camera in landscape orientation. Always record video in highest possible resolution. And last but not the least, use facial expression as per your script.
Very well. Now you are ready to go to the final editing. You should always make you feel as an artist while editing a video. Here are some important parts of video editing. The first one is editing main video layer. Here you can trim, you can resize, you can merge, you can adjust your recorded video as you wish. The second part is animation and transition, where you can fill visual gaps or enrich the video to make it more attractive to the audience. After all the visual changes, you have to sync your audio with the main video layer. Here you can adjust different volume in different place. And you can add additional sound effects as per the visual transition. Now you have done your job completed. The only thing you need to do is exporting the edited video file in highest possible quality.
So this is how the InShot app looks like. Okay, it is an all-in-one app. You can edit videos, you can edit photos or create collages on it, all in one. Okay. Now before I begin, I need to explain a few concepts on video, how videos are created or made. Okay. The canvas, CANVAS, and any element you add. Element means image, text, it could be any changes you do, it is added on top of the canvas as a layer. So let's say you add one photograph, it is added as one layer. You add another photograph, it is added as another layer. You add another text box, it is added as another layer. So there are now 3 layers on top of the main canvas. So let's think of it as a sandwich. Base पे एक bread रखते हैं, base bread. The base bread is your video, original video, right? Which is called the canvas. Now you add anything to the bread to make a sandwich. You add it as one layer, layer पे layer, right? You add a cheese, it is one layer. You add tomatoes, it is on top of the cheese. You add cucumber to it, it is on top of the cheese, on top of the tomato, on top of that comes the cucumber. So now there are 3 layers on top of the canvas. The first layer is the cheese, second layer is the tomato, and the third is the cucumber. Okay. So similarly in videos also, when you open a video to edit it, the base is called the canvas, and any element you add, be it photographs, be it graphics, be it a sticker, be it any kind of element you add, it is added as a layer on top of it. And this concept will become clearer once you see the layers in action. All right. Since we'll be working with videos, to open a video, you will need to click on video. And here it will show you all the videos and photos. On the top right corner, you can see video, photo, and all. Now, if you only want to see videos, you need to click on video. So now it will only show you videos. If you only want to work with photographs, so like moving photographs, transition from one photograph to another photograph to another photograph, so then you can just click on photos. It will just show you the photographs in your gallery, all of the. Then you can click on recent at the bottom. So now you can see there are all the folders: camera, download, screenshots, etc. These are the folders in my gallery. Okay. By default, it shows you the most recent images and photos in a descending order. So the most recent ones will be shown closer. Now, whichever video or videos you want to open, you can select them. If you want to open one video, you can just select one and click on tick mark. You can open it, right? If you want to select multiple and open them together, you can select multiple. Okay. So there are 3 videos that I've selected. All 3 will open. Now, if you see the bottom area where I'm scrolling, this is called a timeline. Okay, this is called a timeline. Now, it is very, very important because in videos, everything that we do on the timeline. Another concept that I want to explain to you, which is called video size. Okay. Video size is measured in length by height. Length by height. So when you click on the first icon, canvas, you can see there are different video sizes available. Currently, it is selected as 1:1. There is 16:9 also, 9:16. The current video is size 9:16. See, when I selected 9:16, the extra portions went away. Now it's the bread size, the canvas size is the same as the video size. If I select 1:1, now the bread size has become bigger, which is the canvas, but the video size remains the same. Always shoot horizontally, right? Shoot in landscape mode, because then this standing thing will not happen. Why? Because majority of video playing platforms play it in this mode, 16:9, which is our TV ratio, our YouTube ratio, our laptop ratio. Every video on any video playing platform plays on 16:9. Now, since this is a 9:16 one, what I'll do is I will work on 9:16. Okay. Now I can decrease or increase the size of this video using the slider here. The more I slide it down, the canvas will remain the same. The cheese size will go down. Since there are multiple clips here, any changes I do to the canvas, it will ask, do you want to? So the arrow, the tick mark on the right, it is saying apply the changes to the canvas only to this particular clip, or to apply to all clips, click on the left hand side double tick mark. So this is where the canvas is used. Otherwise, you would not really be using the canvas feature that much unless you want to resize or reframe your videos. If let's say I want to trim the first 5 seconds of the video. So what I'll do is I will click on this vertical bar, okay, and I will drag it till wherever I want to trim it to. Okay. Let's say you want to trim it to 5 seconds. So this feature will not work then. You need to take it to 5 seconds. So 5. This is where it is at 5 seconds. Okay. And you want to delete 0 to 5. There is an option called split. What will happen is it will break the video right at that point where the white vertical bar is. I'll split it. You can now see there are two videos now. The first is at 5 seconds and the second is the remaining part. And if I want to delete the first part, I can delete it. Left right arrows on the top left corner, that means undo and redo. What happens is when you are shooting, you are looking here, looking there, and when somebody says action, you're like, ho gaya shuru. And that if you have that ho gaya shuru in the beginning, when they have already started shooting, or you have clicked record here and then you have come and sat down here because you don't have a clicker. If that is happening, so you need to remove the first part from where you started before you have started speaking, right? In that case, you need to use the trim feature. See, if you see the video going on, let me play the video here. You will see here, I made a mistake at 6.3. You can see it on my face also. I made a mistake. What I'll do is 6.2, where I stop speaking, I click split, and where I start speaking again, this is where I start speaking again. You can see I'm about to, speak. I click on split again. Now it is on 3 videos. The long version, 3 videos. That micro 1 second part where I made an error, I can delete it. Now, if you see, it will not have that. So this is how I remove any errors in the middle. Make sense? Now, let's say I'm speaking and I know that here I want to add, let's say, an image. Let's say I'm talking about a group meeting that I had and I want to show an image of the entire group together. Right? And I've just talked about it here and here at 4.4. And now here I want to add that image, that full image, not on my head here, not on my head here, but I want my entire knee to go away and an image to come here. Right? So what I'll do is I will split it here and click on plus on the left hand corner. Now I can add either a video or a photo. Now I was talking about adding a photo. So let's say the group photograph that I'm talking about is this one. Okay. So here I'm talking about the group photograph and it moves here. Right? Now, since this photograph is not of the same size, I'll have to see it is on, this photograph is on 16:9. That is why I said, oh, shoot your videos always on 16:9. This image will play for 5 seconds. As you can see, 5 seconds. I wanted to only play for 1 second. So what I'll do is I'll select it and I will trim it to 1 second. How do I do that? I click on any of the arrows on the left or the right and I trim it, bring it back down to 1 second. Now I want this photo to come like this, flow or add an animation to this photo. So to add that kind of transition, if you see a small gray circle right where the previous video is ending and the new video is starting. So clip is too short, so I need to lengthen it. Here. Now the small gray circle has turned into a slanting dash. Now I can add a transition. I can select which kind of transition I want. It will show me how it is transitioning. Now I want it to come like this, left to right. So it can. Okay. Or you want it to come from top to bottom. So I can select this. or you want it to come from left to right, here, this one. And how to make it go away? There are multiple, see how so many transitions are there. So many transitions. So you can play around with different kinds of transitions and see which one works for you. Now I wanted to come in like this. So if you, and to go out also like that, similarly, to go out from this way. So now if I play the video, see how it is going to transition. Now I felt that this was too short a time. I wanted to come for more time. So let's say at 3.5 seconds. Now see. Make sense? It won't become clear until you do it yourself, right? Let's talk about adding. Let's say I want to add a heading here using a text. So there is an option called text right there. You click on that. I can then type, let's say I want to say video editing day 3. I have typed it now. I click on tick mark. It is there. But it is cut off. Why? Because it is too long. So I want to resize it. So what I'll do is there is an option. I'll drag it to the left and there is an option to resize it. I can move it. And then center it. Now, if I'm putting it on top and you see it is on white color, but the background is also white, it is not making any sense. I need to change the color also. You see a pencil on the top left, top right corner of that box. You click on that pencil, the editing option opens up again. Now there are multiple editing options. First is the color. Text color, I can change it to, let's say, okay, black. So now the color has become black. Do you want a border on the text? This is the border. If you don't want the border again, you can click on the first one. First one will remove the border. Now a shadow is also an option. You can put a shadow. You saw the shadow is there. Now you can add a box behind it. Let's say this color. That's the label. You can change the label, the box shape also. Or you can change the darkness of the entire thing by reducing the opacity. Text as white and border as black. This is what I use for subtitles. As you can see now in the timeline, on top of the canvas, there is now a text box. Now a layer has been added, which is the text layer. Now, let's say I wanted to run only from when I welcome everyone to video editing day 3, 0.5 seconds, 5 milliseconds to 1 second. So now it will run only to the part, only in the part where it is green and go away. So you can play with these kinds of transitions and see which one works for you. The more you play with it, the better your control over these, zooming in, zooming out gets, it gets better. If you look at the options above there, it's called sticker. You can add different kinds of emojis. Now the image of Facebook icon has come in. I can resize it and move it somewhere here. You have the gallery option right here. Image you have downloaded already. You can add it as an image right here. You have the in-out transitions as well. So let's say I want the same transition here. Okay. Same transition for this one. and same transition for this one. So now they'll all come together and go away together. So there are actually three timelines in this particular one. One is the main timeline, which is this one. This is the main timeline. Then we have the text and sticker timeline, which is the same timeline. That makes it two. And the third timeline we have is the audio timeline. So when you click on music, see, you already have an audio running here on the base video. The middle part, the 3 second where I've added that image, that will not have any audio in it. What I can do is I can click on tracks and I can say extract audio from video. And I select the original video and say extract audio. So now what has happened is, see, there is audio here also now. So explaining further the music part, there are three options in music. First is tracks, where you can add any inbuilt tracks that are there in InShot. InShot has inbuilt music in it. Okay. If I want to add any background music, I usually add it from YouTube. So I download the video from YouTube and click on extract audio from video. So whichever video, so that video will show from here. Let's say this is the video that I have downloaded. So whichever length, however long I want it from, I can, let's say I've already selected, I want the audio from 5 seconds to 10 seconds. I selected it and added it. So it's there. The other option is you have an audio track available already on you. So you have downloaded an MP3 or an audio file that is available in My Music. So all of your music is here. Let's say you downloaded it in the download folder. So you can click on open from. It will show you your file explorer. Now let's say you want to record a part. You can do that also. 3, 2, 1. I am recording an audio on top of my audio. So here is the audio. Click. So you can see this, the mic has recorded a part already. The third option is, let's say you want to add any sound effects like or like crickets chirping or something like that, or maybe like a laughter. So you have option in effects. For adding effects from outside, you would need to download it and then add from tracks or My Music. Similar to the text options, we have the editing options here as well. You can trim the audio, increase or decrease the volume. You can add a fade in or a fade out effect. Select the first clip or whichever clip you want to mute and reduce it to 0. The more you play with it, the better you would understand it. Now I'm telling you order of editing which should work for you. The first order of editing should always start with your canvas. If you want to resize, add a background, anything, that is the first thing you should do. The second thing you should do is to trim your clip. Trim, not cut, trim from the starting and from the ending. The third thing you should do is to split the video wherever the error part is. The fourth thing you should do is then work with the audio. Then step would be to add any images, text on the video itself. Once you have finished editing everything, there is an option called save right at the top right corner. So on the top right corner, you will see the option called save. Now the save gives you options of resolution and frame rate, and also gives you, based on whatever resolution and frame rate you have selected, the estimated size. So as you can see, a 1080p is the highest size here, resolution here, which is the FHD resolution. Similarly, if you increase the frame per second FPS, it is 91 MB. But if you keep it at 30 FPS, it is only 65 MB. You can go. I usually save it either at 720 or 1080. 1080 works, and 720 also works. Once you click on save, it will start saving it. It takes a little while to save it. So let's see. This converting video is called rendering. The higher the resolution, the longer it will take for us to convert that video.
Congratulations! You have successfully completed the video editing tutorial. Here are few bonus tips for you. Keep the minimum video resolution in between 720p and 1080p. Keep the minimum frame rate in between 14 fps and 30 fps. Always prefer the aspect ratio as 16:9. That's it. You are ready to upload or share your video.